Okay, I'm going to show you guys again how to blend these colors. My video cut out before, but a lot of you are having trouble kind of blending these colors for the background. I should say the grays for the background. Okay, so I mixed up some more gray paint here. I've got my medium, middle value, I've got my dark value, and then I've got my lighter value there as well. So I'm going to start with the middle value, and I'm just going to do, I'm just going to paint over this canvas here. So I'm just going to paint a little bit here. So let's say that's like my middle, part of my canvas. I kind of paint that, right? Then I could, if I feel like I've got too much gray on there, the light gray, I could wash it out, get rid of some of that, dry it off a little bit on my towel, grab my dark value, okay, spread this out like you spread it in your corner, okay, you put those two values together there, right? And then you start, this is where you kind of either figure eight or X pattern, whatever you want to call it, that's where you start blending like this. You pull from one into the next, okay? And you pull your color, your darker color kind of down the side there, and you just kind of keep blending those areas like that, just back and forth. You kind of move up, you move down a little bit, all the while kind of doing that figure eight or that X pattern so that you get that soft transition. The only difference is you kind of have to, with you guys, you have to kind of move all the way around, your whole canvas, but you're just kind of doing the same thing, X pattern. Don't be painting like this. Some of you are painting like this, going around like this and doing these curves because you're doing this oval. Instead, you need to be doing the figure eight or the X pattern as you're going around. X pattern, X pattern, X pattern as you're moving like this. And then you're also kind of, moving up and moving down a little bit. So I'm going up into this gray area. I go down into this darker gray area or this black area. Then in the center, if you want to lighten it a little bit more, okay, you take your lighter value, okay, and you blend that in. You're kind of doing the same thing. You work into that area. And you work back. Okay, if you get too much paint on your brush, you can get rid of all the excess paint, clean it off, dry it off a little bit, or dry it off quite a bit, and now you just use your clean brush as like a blending tool. Okay, you can come in here and softly, okay, it's all about the touch too, okay, softly blend it, just kind of skimming over the surface. Sometimes you just do a couple of linear strokes here and there if you want to blend it, but you don't want it to look too linear. You don't want to go around in a circle. And then near the end, oops, got too much of the lighter value there. It didn't blend in enough. I got too much of that going out too far. Sometimes once you let it dry a little bit, let it tack up, really dry out your brush. Of course, I haven't let it dry enough. But as it starts to dry, it won't move quite as much, and you can kind of, again, you skim over the surface, okay, and you blend, you blend, you blend, and then you can clean your brush. You can take your dark area too and start blending from your dark into your light like that. So you get that soft transition of blending. Okay, so it's blurred and not this circular thing.